Hello everyone, today we have question maximum happiness of selected children. In this question, we will be using a simple greedy approach that we will discuss in this video, and we can solve this in constant space and n log n time. So we are given an array happiness of size n and a positive integer k. The array happiness contains the happiness level of children, and this k denotes the number of operations that we need to do. And one operation, you can select one children and add its happiness value into a variable or an answer, then decrement the value or the happiness value of rest of the children by 1. One thing to notice is that the value cannot become negative. That is, if the happiness value of any children is 0, it cannot be decremented further. So we have to just decrement the value of non-selected children. So let's take an example. In this array, we have 1, 2 and 3 and our k is 2. So we can select 2 children. So let's take any example. Right now we are not focusing on maximizing our result. So let's take 1. We take 1 and so now we need to decrement rest of the elements by 1. So we have this one and now 2 is reduced by 1. So 1 and 3 becomes 2. And we have already selected this one. And now we need to select one element from these 2. So we choose this 2 and so we'll add it into our answer. So this will become 3. While this value should become 0 because it is decremented. And as we have done in first operation, so we have done for k equal to 1, we choose 1. For k equal to 2, we choose 3. That is, we choose 2. So our final sum is 3. But this is not the maximum result. The maximum result would be when you choose 3. So when we'll choose 3, we are left with 0, 1 and 3. This is 3 because it is already selected. This is already selected and it cannot be selected again. So it doesn't make any sense decreasing its value. Now we are left with 1. So we will choose 1. And decrementing this 0 won't make sense because we don't have to make it negative, okay? So it will remain 0, then we'll left with 0, 1 and 3, in which this 1 and 3 are selected and we are left with 0. And we also notice that our k is equals to 2, so we have done for k is equals to 1, we choose 3, and in second k, we choose 1, which gives a maximum answer, which is 4. So one thing that you noticed that we select the maximum values first. And why is that? Let's take this case where the operation is just to select a number at a time without decremented any of the number. So how will you get the maximum sum? You will get the maximum sum in k operations just by selecting the maximum number. And that's what we are doing here. In each k, we select the maximum number because that's going to contribute towards the maximum sum that we are going to get at the end. And whatever number we choose, that's going to decrement each number by 1. So that does not make any sense to select a smaller number or any other number which is lesser than the greatest number present at that moment of time. So what we will just do is sort the array. Let's take this example. So what our first step is, that is to sort the array. The sorted array will look like this. And now what do we have to do is, we'll make a counter, let's say k, and I forgot to mention, let's say our k is nothing but 3. So for k is equals to 1, we select the maximum element 19. And now logically what we have to do in this question is we have to decrement all of these elements by 1. But that would cause us another O of n time. So instead what we'll do is we'll maintain a counter. Let's say our counter is CNT. So initially our counter would be 0. That means what is the number of steps that we have done, and those will be deducted from the element at the time when we are selecting it for adding it into our sum. So 19 is the first sum. So it means that we have not selected any element prior to this. So we don't need to decrement this. So we'll just go with 19. And now when we choose the next greatest element, that is 8. So prior to this, we have selected this 19. Okay. So we must add this greatest element, but we need to subtract 1 from it. 1 making it 7. This is because as we have selected this one, when we selected 19, all the elements, this one, this one, this one, must have been decreased by 1. So this would become 7. And now we'll choose the next greatest element, that is 7. And now our counter here was 0, and now our counter would have become 1 for this, and now our counter would be 2. When we select 7, we will have to decrease 2 from it because 2 elements have been selected prior to this, so its value must be decremented twice. So we decrement it to 5. And now we just need to add those values. So what we'll be doing while making it, we will select 19, add it to our sum. Then our counter will move here 8, and we'll subtract counter from it. That will make it 7, and add it to our answer. Then we move to 7, subtract counter, that is 2 from it, and add it to our answer. So our answer would be like 19, then 19 plus 7, and finally 19 plus 7 plus 5. That's nothing but 31. And that is the maximum happiness of selected children. If you want to look at the code of this solution, that is available in the description and also in the comment section. So I hope that you have understood this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.